Hi everyone, I'm Matt Hill and I am the Latin American and Iberian Area Studies Librarian at BYU. That's a long title that means that within the library, I'm in charge of anything having to do with Spanish, Portuguese, or the countries where those languages are spoken. Today I'm going to show you a few things that will help you navigate and find materials within the library. Many times when I ask people if they've ever heard of call numbers, I'm greeted with no's or blank stares. Here's the deal with call numbers. Call numbers are a series of numbers and letters assigned to each physical item in the library. Here are a few samples of call numbers found on actual items within the library. Note that call number labels can appear in different places on each item, though typically it will be on the spine or the front. Call numbers have two principal functions. The first is to tell us what a book is about. The second is to help us locate the book within the library. In this video, we'll focus on the first function and we'll talk about the second function in an upcoming video. Assigning a book a call number is called classification, and it is part of the cataloging process. Within BYU Library, we use two different classification systems, Library of Congress and Dewey Decimal, or just Dewey. Dewey is used exclusively for kids' books in the HBLL, and these items can be found in the juvenile collection on the first floor. Here are a couple of kids' books with their call numbers. Here's what those same items look like when we search for them in our online library catalog. In Dewey Decimal Classification System, fields of knowledge are represented by numbers. So a Dewey call number will always start with a series of 3 numbers. For example, the books we looked at earlier begin with 398 and 567, which correspond to folklore and fossils and prehistoric life, respectively. The other classification system we use is Library of Congress, or LC. This system was developed by and for the Library of Congress, and instead of numbers, LC uses letters to represent fields of knowledge. LC is used for all other items at the HBLL, with certain exceptions that we won't talk about today. Here are some examples of items with LC call numbers and what they look like in the catalog. These books begin with PQ, F, and PC, which correspond to Romance language literature, Latin American history, and Romance language linguistics. So when you look at a call number, by looking at the first few numbers or letters, you can immediately know what that book is about, generally speaking. Here is a list of the fields of knowledge in the LC system. If you're interested in learning more, check out the link to the Library of Congress's website in the description. That's all for now. In our next video, we'll talk more about the different elements in a call number and how to use call numbers to locate items in the library. If you have questions about the content of this video, feel free to reach out via the email in the description. Thanks for watching.